everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Survival with Fix. We are here on day 5,500 on the Titan Station because I want to finish, and I'm using air quotes, though you cannot see me at this moment. Yeah, I want to finish the Titan Station, and we got two major issues to do right away. First thing is the Ender is horribly broken. My goodness, I started working on the Ender off camera here, but it is so laggy here. I don't know if you can even see on screen, but it's so laggy because I think my cactus situation is bleak, and that means I have too much cactus. I'm completely full on cactus. I don't know what to do. I need to get rid of this cactus. Okay, you know what? Maybe I went overboard on the cactus farm because it is so absolutely massive. I have more cactus than I could ever use in a million days of this world, but I dealt with the lag, and things are pretty good right now. All of my cactus is now converting into bone meal. And you know, hey, you always need bone meal, right? So down underneath this area, I built this little bit of a place right here where I can just walk down here and just get as much bone meal as I want. This is why barrels should only be able to hold one item, but like a billion of them. Barrels was a missed opportunity. Darn it. Speaking of missed opportunities, I'm going to try to run redstone, and I am the worst ever. Oh man, I'm so bad at it. So down below here, all I want to do is I want to have these lights that can be toggleable from down in the kill chamber down below. And yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Look at this mess. Is there any easier way to make redstone lights that are above turn on and off? So I guess this kind of works. I got a kill chamber set and it does work. It's not super duper fast, which is weird to me because I think I have the station lit up really well. I don't know. Maybe they're teleporting somewhere else. Now, I have a couple plans for this place. Ideally, what I want to do is I want to spend the first 50 days work on the Titan Station, then we're going to go do something else in this video. But first thing I need to do is I need to stop the vacuum of space because, yeah, in my world, the end is space. Right now, this Titan Station is open to space. That's not good for oxygen. But again, I gotta fly back to my Guardian farm here in the city of Sandgill because I am out of sea lanterns, which is a constant theme when I'm working on the Titan Station. I use so many sea lanterns to make it look sci-fi that I'm always out. After a bit of grind, though, I did almost connect at least this room up to the sort of farming area. But yeah, there's still some open areas, and just gotta figure out exactly how I want to make this look. This is going to be a constant theme of this episode. I thought that I was getting close to done, and then it's like, oh no, here's another open area. So yeah, so I'm going to use some purple and go around here, and then I definitely want to use glass to enclose this so that you can see out, because this is supposed to be sort of an observation deck. It's kind of a park. It was supposed to be all of my farming area of this place, but it's way too small, so we need to make some big farms at some point. Little bit of pain placing later, and it looks pretty good. I had to add lights to this. Unfortunately, I wanted bigger windows, but I had to add lights because I don't want Endermen to spawn here. I mentioned this a second ago, but it's really hard to believe that at one point when I was building the station, I thought that this was going to be enough food for all the workers that are going to be living on the station. That's ridiculous. It's not even close. Now, as I continue to work up in the Titan Station, I have another problem. Is you can see this is still open in the air. The next layer up is also open to the vacuum, not the air. So yeah, I gotta close this in too. Part of building this whole place, though, is really getting it to look sci-fi, look futuristic, and these sea lanterns are the absolute key. So I've started adding sea lanterns to just sort of point out the architecture of this, how it's all curved. And, you know, curved is futuristic and blocky is not, right? Is that how it works? Okay, so I'm working upwards and upwards. I want to go to build height, which is unfortunately 256 in the end. We didn't get the extra build height in the end. That's weird. But I want to start working on the observation deck and the bridge. Those are going to be the top two areas of the Titan Station. You know, I do want to mention every few videos, every once in a while, that I do have a couple data packs added. One of them is the way I feel Minecraft should be, which is how to farm chorus fruit. I feel like you shouldn't have to shoot them off with an arrow. I get it, the mechanic is cool, but when you're farming a lot of it, like for the amount of purple I need, it is painful. So I added a data pack where when you break the chorus plant, you get all of it. You know, last episode we worked at the Fixxiverse theme park, and that place makes me really happy. This place makes me really happy too. I think these are probably my favorite two places in this whole world. I just love them. I've never built sci-fi before, and mega base is going to be the absolute biggest mega base I've ever done. If it's not already, it certainly will be by the time we're done with it. And with that, everything is closed in except for the top, and that's where the bridge is going to be, and then above the bridge is going to be the observation deck where you can look out at the void of space. So I have 2 more elevators ready to go. It's officially day 5,521 right now, and I started using, what are these things called? Forges? Is that what they're called? And for the floor, because I just feel like it's a nice sci-fi sort of look for the bridge. Laying out the bridge is complicated because I kind of want it to be a little bit of a Star Trek vibe, but also it's a space station after all, not a ship. So we're not flying anywhere in this place. I got to figure out exactly what I want to put in the bridge. First, lights. Yeah, lights are going to help a lot, and changing out the deep slate for Blackstone helps because it matches, I think, the floor a little bit better. We're coming along here. I got a captain's chair, a couple advisor's chairs, some science stations. Okay, this is pretty good. I may need to actually do some map art at some point. I've been watching Dallas. He's doing the map art thing. I'm like, man, I could use some computer screens here on the Titan station because it looks kind of ridiculous without them. But I am loving how the bridge looks from the inside, basically, but I don't love how it looks from the outside. I broke this symmetrical thing because I needed a front, and I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding some glass surrounding it to sort of hide the bridge, and we're going to call this a force field to protect the bridge against any possible attacks, because after all, this is a defensive station. Back to the Guardian farm, back to the Guardian farm, back to the Guardian farm. That's all I do when I'm building the Titan station. It's my new song. Blocking the bridge was totally the right call. It looks so much better, and this is going to be the observation deck. I don't know exactly what I'm going to put out there yet, but I came up with the design that allows light to come up and also doesn't have obvious lighting. I think it works. Now, the observation deck is up at Y250. That's the floor, so unfortunately that means I only have a few blocks to put a roof in. I was kind of hoping for a bigger roof, but unfortunately that's where we're at. I think it'll be okay, though. You know, with a lot of glass, I think it's going to be a nice look. Also, let's face it, there's not that much to look at. It's just empty space. You're just looking at the void. I mean, you can see that in any direction, right? Okay, so there's still lots of open areas. I'm seeing one down there on the left. Yeah, there's still a lot of work to do in this Titan station. I really want to get this in a, quote, finished, unquote, thing. But yeah, time is ticking. This area right here, I think, was my tree farm, but this is way too small to be any sort of usable tree farm. I'm going to need a lot more space. I need more of it. This is near my science lab. Maybe I could use this for more sciencey kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't have a plan. I just need to close it in so the air doesn't leak out. One of the options is that I could actually use something for the smelter, because the super smelter is up here. There's a lava farm. There's this just random room. I don't even know what this is. Maybe I could plant a couple trees up here for now, at least, because I do need actually a little bit of wood here on the station. Having a pretty good super smelter here is really, really clutch, because once again, I'm out of purple. So I grabbed all that purple that I harvested, and I'm just going to dump it into my super smelter. Eventually, I do want to plan to expand this as well. I'd like a much, much, much bigger super smelter, but for right now, I have 2 wings. I'd like 6 wings total for mega smelting, but it's okay for now. And, you know, I use this in all of my areas, this super smelter, this lava-based super smelter, which is awesome, and it's free and all that kind of stuff, but getting all the lava is a little exhausting. I wish there were a little bit better way. Okay, after sitting and watching my super smelter go for a little while, I just thought of something I really need. I need a good sciencey sort of area where I can study maybe vines. So let's make this a vine study center. I actually literally don't have any vines here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant a couple of mangrove trees in this area right here, grab the vines that spawn on them, and then use those. I'm also going to do crimson root and all that kind of stuff too. Because, you know, one of the things that we really need in this space station is we need all the stuff. You know, I mean, in the lore, Hank is the only one on this space station, and Hank needs to have everything he can get himself. It's kind of like a skyblock world in a way. He can't go down to the planet to get stuff, so I need to have everything right here. We're very close to the 50-day mark for this video, and I am just about out of deep slate. So I think what I'm going to do is return to the overworld and go on a mega deep slate mining session, just so I have it here on hand for next time. A short time later, we have 3 shulkers of deep slate, as well as, well, hey, a stack of diamonds, some other junk too. Let's head back to the Titan Station and finish up. I gotta finish the roof in this viney area here, and then I think that is officially, technically, the last open to space area I have on this entire space station, and I am very, very excited about that. I use the client-side mod FreeCam quite a bit. If you don't know about it, it's awesome. It's a fabric mod that you can use in Java Edition, and you can just check your build. And I've been using this a lot to check and make sure that there's no more open to space areas, so that way next time I come back to Titan Station, I can just go full into expansion and not have to worry about quote-unquote finishing. We did it. We did it. Let's head back to the overworld and continue with something new. Last episode, we worked on this zoo animal, my Animalverse, if you will, in the Fixxiverse theme park, and we got a bunch of different pens started. In the end, we did the donkeys and the turtles, but I need to finish those. Part of the problem, though, is I have limited space in a plains biome here to work with in the Animalverse. It moves to Savannah, so as we move to Savannah, I need to be really creative on how I make those transitions so it's not ugly. Wait a second. Is this not how you breed donkeys? I thought for sure that's how you bred donkeys. Come on, eat the wheat, dudes. Oh, man. Well, and just like that, I had to do some Googling. It turns out you need golden carrots. So I am back here in the Titan Station. Again, long time no see, Titan Station. I need golden carrots for my villagers. I don't utilize this often enough. I love my villager trading hall. I'm still in 1.20.1, so I haven't dumbed down the trades yet because I'm not totally sure I got everything I want, so I'm waiting. Okay, hold up. These guys are not breeding, and I have gold. What is happening right now? What? Why can't I breed these donkeys? Okay, so I went and got some sugar cane and converted it into sugar, and I'm going to try to make these donkeys love me. I'm going to try to tame them and then breed them. Maybe you have to do that. I don't know. I've never messed with horses or donkeys before in this game. Okay, let's try this again. Love me. Love me. I need you to love me. Love me. Oh, and finally, they finally, okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I wanted. That wasn't so hard. Was that so hard? Okay, now I need to breed those donkeys quite a few more times, but while I'm waiting, I'm going to add another sort of aesthetic wheat field here because, again, I want the people of the Fixxiverse theme park to feel like they're on a real farm. And yeah, this farm is probably going to be actually functional as, you know, the farm employees or the zoo employees would need wheat and stuff for the animals, but, you know, I want people to feel like they are immersed in the area. Oh man, I missed farming. I really did. I haven't done it in quite a while, and yeah, I love it. I mean, it takes a long time, it's real grindy and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know, it feels good. It feels good to make these giant big areas of land usable. Love it. Now, my lower area of the plateau is coming along nicely. I have the cliff all set up, the grassy overhangs and stuff, but the top is pretty terrible. It's just terrible. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait for these trees to grow because I'm going to do the exact same kind of trees as I did over in the cow pasture. And it takes a long time for these saplings to grow up to be big boys. So while I'm waiting for them to breed, I have one turtle. I got one. I need two. I got to go find a turtle. I was literally just ready to fly away to find a turtle, and look, another wandering trader. I'll be right back. Hey guys, come with me. I have a special little place for you to live. Now, I'm pretty sure turtles breed with seagrass, right? I mean, I've done this once before in my life. Surely I can remember something about Minecraft. You are not going to believe this, though. Turtles, you can't leash them. So I'm going to have to swim with this dude the entire way across the ocean, have him follow me holding seagrass. Ugh. I finally got them back, and they're breeding up. Now, I don't know exactly how these go. I know they lay eggs somewhere, and I also know that zombies will step on eggs, so I'm a little concerned. I was working on something else, and I came back only to find an egg. Hey, we got a turtle egg. Now, oh boy, I'm nervous. Any zombie that spawns is just going to go trample that, right? I think that's how that works. I'm trying to figure out how to protect these guys, but this dude keeps leaving. So he's crawling up and over my iron bars, and he keeps trying to escape. I think he's trying to return back to the beach where I found him, which is freaking far away. So I need to box this dude in a little bit better because this is unacceptable. I'm not doing this journey again with this turtle. I decided to just throw slabs on over top of the iron bars and the walls just to keep these turtles in. Hopefully this will work. I think it looks okay. It's not exactly the look I was going for, but I think it looks okay and should keep them in and safe from running away. Cutting down some trees, I came back and look at that. We got another turtle egg. Oh, baby, I'm so happy about that. Now, the next thing I want to do is figure out a look for the turtle sanctuary. I actually want people to walk kind of into it, but I know from going to the zoo with my kids that turtles are pretty dangerous, like the big ones anyway. They can snap your fingers right off. So I got to protect my patrons. I can't have their losing fingers at the turtle exhibit. I don't like the savanna grass color for the turtles specifically, so I came to Steelport because I do have a moss farm here, and man, I got to work out the interior. This is really kind of painful to get up to the top to add bone meal. So I went and AFK'd for a little bit at my mob farm for like I think a Minecraft day or two, and now I have enough bone meal hopefully to run this thing for a bit. I decided to fly rather than use the nether, and man, Frostmire Castle looks so freaking good. I love this place. I love this world. Just flying around this world or walk around makes me feel so happy. Yes, yes, yes. This is going to be so much more lush than the gross savanna grass color. I am so happy they made this decision. It's going to look really good. I'm adding in sort of an observation path for my guests so they can actually sort of walk through the gates and walk kind of in to the turtle sanctuary and just like look down and check them out. I just need to breed a lot of turtles here. But, by the way, side note here, I'm so dumb. I took out all the grass and I added all the moss manually, forgetting that moss will spread over grass and replace it with bone meal. Like I'm so dumb. I can't believe I did that. However, we have a problem. Whenever I came back, I watched a zombie heading right towards my eggs. Now, luckily I stopped him, but he was beelining, right? He was going to trample those things. So I am going to try tiki torches. I have all these candles from the ancient city. I don't have a way to make candles yet. That's a problem. But I'm going to try to make tiki torches here that'll maybe keep zombies from spawning. I mean, I think it looks pretty good. It looks kind of tropical. Geez, I almost walked over the egg. Oh, man. I waited until night, however, though, and there are mobs everywhere. These candles just don't put out enough light. I think I'd have to use like 4 candles per, and that would sort of break the immersion of the tiki torches. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to use regular torches for this. Now, I moved back to the savannah, to the donkey area, and I have an idea. What about donkey rides? We could sell donkey rides in my zoo. People would love that, make some money for the zoo, and just make it even a more fun experience, especially for kids and stuff, right? So I'm going to build a little bit of a donkey path, kind of going in a circle along this plateau, and that's going to give the plateau some life, too, some reason, because right now it is very plain. This looks so good. I'm so happy with it. I mean, man, once all these trees grow and I can make some roots down, all that kind of stuff, this is going to be absolutely one of my favorite exhibits that I've done so far. Probably my favorite. I mean, this is great. This is great. It's going to feel like a totally immersive donkey ride. I was just flying through and I wanted to look at all the exhibits we have so far. So we did cows, chickens, pigs, sheep, donkeys, and now turtles, and we're basically done with all that kind of stuff. I mean, we have all these exhibits good, so it's time to move on to this next island. And yeah, that means we're back to landscaping again. Oh, boo. I made this little bridge. I tried to stay kind of consistent with the other one, just using like oak, some slabs, some stairs, and all that kind of stuff. I think it's fine. It's very simple. It needs to be lit up, obviously, but very simple little bridge that's going to move you from one island to the next. But here we are again in rivers, just like last episode, because unfortunately these two islands were just a little bit too close to each other, and these rivers look terrible. They're Minecraft rivers. I'm gonna need to do this, and Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to at all. If you look at what I have right here, this is the map, and you can see the area right here, and right here. These are the main rivers that are surrounding the new island and the old island that need to be overhauled. I need to put down dirt, put down a bunch of mud, and then some stone boulders and stuff like that, and then vegetation. Oh, here we go again. Ugh. It's officially day 5,592, and I have spent a ton of time, including a pretty decent sized live stream, which is the first one I've done in quite some time doing this, and I love it. Oh man, I love it. It's totally worth it. Next time I want to do a river and I say, oh, I don't want to do it, I just say, hey, Fix, it looks great in the end. Just trust the process. I spent the next 8 days just finding areas that I missed, like for example right here, and breeding animals, adding in some small little details, some extra rocks and stuff like that, and now we are good. Next episode, this area is finished. We can move on to other things. It's time for today's question or comment of the day. Make sure to leave them down below if you want to be included in a video. This is from Zordastare on Discord. Will you still be doing animated lore segments for important events or milestones, even if there isn't one in every video? I don't know yet. Right now, I am singularly focused on writing the sort of novella or the audiobook. I don't know what to call it. It's not going to be a novel, but you know, the book telling the story of this world. And I haven't decided yet how far I want to go in the story. To be clear, I'm saying I'm not sure if I want to write the story of only what the movie was going to be, or if I want to kind of write the whole story of the entire Fixxiverse, like starting way back with the Black Goat and the Shepherd spaceships. I'm kind of leaning towards I kind of want to tell the whole story, which means there could be some repeat content, but you know, if you haven't watched every episode, there's going to be a bunch of stuff that you don't know, and I can really expand on it in written form more so than when I was just doing those short little 1 minute segments. So I don't know yet. I haven't decided. You have to let me know down in the comments what you would prefer. Would you prefer a full story of the entire Fixxiverse in a written form, or would you prefer only the animated movie going forward? Let me know. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. I really do appreciate it. We'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.